I was never what?
You shouldn't. You no, I will answer that later. You should not be having triggered flashbacks. I should be having triggered flashbacks.
I mean, I guess.
Ah,
All right, runs the VL real quick.
I'm really curious who just got voted out. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you know what? Welcome to tribal number 2 of Distortion Survivor, Timeline of Terror, Second Chances, and we are here with the Leucippus tribe, and I'm going to try and do my math correctly, and because I tried with the last tribe and it just didn't work. But if my math is correct. Two of you who are on the call right now were at the first tribal of your season. So let's start with Alex. Alex, you were at the first tribal of season of yes you oh you were you're shaking your head no and you're getting me all confused. Anyways, you were at the first tribal of season 5 Heat Wave. Does it make you nervous to go into another first tribal of Distortion Survivor?
First of all, I was shaking my head no, as in I can't believe I'm in this position again. Um uh yeah, it's always nervous going into a tribal, especially the first tribal, because it's like you want to make sure, like, you can never really ensure trust in someone until the first tribal, like, and what happens with the vote. So we shouldn't even be here in the first place, but that's a whole other issue.
All right. Next up is Jonathan. Jonathan, you were also at the first tribal of your season. And I asked this at the previous tribal. You guys didn't know that, but I asked this at the previous tribal. But do you feel that placements are going to have an effect on the way that people view other people in this game, especially with all of you being returnees?
I don't think so. On my end, I actually don't even know where half of the cast placed, to be honest. But even in that case, though, it's all about getting to know people, getting to figure out who you click with, who you can build trust with, and that's going to matter more than placement, I think.
All right. Adam V. That makes brings up Adam V, that brings up a good point. Do you think it's easier when you're coming into a returnee season like this to socialize with people? I mean, like, you've already played Distortion before, you're coming in for your second chance. Does that make you more motivated to be social, or do you feel that you're already like knowing who's where and who's what? Jonathan kind of mentioned that where, and it might be the same for others, where you don't know where everyone plays, you don't know what season they've been on. Is that
If I understand your question correctly,
my God?
um, sorry, I was really confused, but I think I got it. So I think it's all a matter of just like who you connect with because like this is my second game. I only know technically two people in this whole game, and that's from my season. Like other than that, I'm making new bonds, making new connections, and that's all I have to go off of. I can't speak for everyone else, but I feel like placements aren't going to come into play unless like something happened in their season where they're like, oh, this happened or this happened. But other than that, like I don't. I think just yeah. What? Oh, I thought that was Seb texting. Never mind. I think I answered that. Did I answer that?
You answered it.
Cool.
Okay, next up, Adam D. That Adam V brings up a good point. Do you think that just because you're on a certain season with someone, that's an automatic connection, or in the case that it isn't, do you think that season lines are going to play a factor coming into a potential merge?
Um, I would definitely say that looking at people's original seasons is something that you could look at as a reason of why people would be connected, but you're also going to look at, I mean, this is a returnee season, so all of us have played Anorg before. whether it be distortion. It's all for us, all of us, it's been distortion, but a lot of us have also played other games that are not distortion. Connections come through being in this community. So there's going to be so many different ways to look at connections in this game. So just looking at it based off of original seasons, tribes people have been on, judging people based off their placement, all of that to me is kind of inane. You're going to look at the game that you have and the game that's in front of you, because at the end of the day, if you're too busy, hooked, and caught up on the numbers and the connections that could be there, you're not going to be paying attention to the game in front of you.
All right. And finally, Tyler B. When you come into a second chances type season, especially one where like, there's 21 players, but you are on a smaller tribe, what is your mindset going into this type of game where like you're coming here for that second chance? And now you're here, so what do you plan to do to move forward? I don't know. I'm all mumbled today.
So basically, what's the strategy to do well in this season is kind of what I'm assuming you're getting through there, Seb.
Yeah, like what do you do differently the second time?
Oh, okay. Well, after my first season, we all, chatted and had feedback with the players we were playing with. At least my season was. Everyone was nice and friendly after the game was over and chatted and made up for the fights. And everyone kind of told each other what they could do better. So I think it would be in everyone's best interest to listen to criticism rather than run away from it. So, I was criticized for quite a few of my gaming points last time I played. So I'm trying to do my best to reach out to people maybe one on one where I wasn't so good at that the first time I played, and try to be more friendly with everyone in the game. I tried to play the first time I played. It was literally the first game I played. So I wasn't sure what all the great strategies would be. So I'm trying to take all my new experience, whether it be through Squid Game or Spellbound or Distortion, and try and throw it all together into one big melting pot. And this time, maybe we'll do a little better.
All right. And we have 3 more questions. First question, pretty simple. Raise your hand if you think you are or potentially going to be the second boot of Distortion Survivor Timeline of Terror. Alex, Adam D, Slate hands. Everyone else feeling confident. Interesting. Okay, Nick, you ask your question.
If you were a movie that involves time travel, what movie would you be?
Oh, God. Can I get like 10 minutes to think about that?
No.
Well, I know you said time travel, but my favorite movie is Legally Blonde, and there's a time jump at the end of it. So I know that's not what you were saying, but that's what I'm going with.
That was a very political answer of you, and I'm here for it.
Can I say?
I know you asked me this, but I'm answering this.
Can I say? Bill and Ted, the first one. The second one's also pretty good, where they literally fight the devil. But I think the first one's better.
The only movie I can think of right now is Shrek. I don't know why. I can't think of any other movie. I, I don't know what else to say.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
You're so real for that.
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, like half of those were time travel movies, so thank you guys.
I'm in the same boats. I only know one movie, and it's Ant-Man.
Nice.
That's technically a time travel movie. Technically, I can get behind that.
All right, and Grace.
Alrighty. So as you all know, we have our I come up with the distortion question of the season, which is the fun, quirky question. And for this season, the question is, if you were to compare this round to a past season of distortion, what would it be and why? And just to let you know, the theme for each season: season 1, Legend of the Hidden Temple, yes, the Nickelodeon show; season 2, Natural Disaster; season 3, Summer Camp; season 4, We Don't Talk About Her, Quarter Quell; Season 5, Heat Wave, Summer Vibes, Beach. Season 6, Andromeda, Galaxy, Space, Rockets, whatever.
If I could lead off, I would like to say Andromeda because the judges from this last rounds were in space because they didn't know how to ground themselves in answering the prompt that was very easily written. So we are in space, Andromeda.
It's very funny that you say that because I was gonna say World's End because the fact that we lost was just a natural disaster.
I'm gonna say Quarter Quell, because that season ended early, and I feel like we represent the people that did not cheat in that game, and we were the ones that got robbed. I stepped away from the theme a little bit, but point stands.
It's okay. We like to spice it up.
I'm gonna say this is like Camp Sunny Skies because every week at camp you get new people that come in. You have to meet them, say hello to their parents. I haven't met any of your parents yet. I'm sorry, but you get to know everybody and you make new friends. You get to meet the people that you live with, or well, not live with. We're just here, but yeah, it's like the first day of summer camp for me this round.
I'd also say Sunny Sky, just because, like, I don't know, our tribe is really cool. Like, everybody's just vibing. Like, in a music video, you can't really base anything off of, like, a vote. So it's, like, all of just, like, connections and stuff, you know?
All right. Speaking of sunny skies, it is time to vote. Please submit, confirm, or change your vote. And I will be back with them. We are live in the VO, so if you want to make any shout outs, now would be time.
Oh, dibs. Shout out to the absolute queen, Jen Ram, my beautiful prod guest.
Shout out to my fiance because that's a king. He's sitting right next to me, so that's all.
Shout out to Heather, who, when I asked her if she wanted to be in my prod chat, she said, "Do I?
Tell them both I said bye and love them. Shout out to Heather and Derek as well.
You know, my ears tripped up for a second. I thought Adam said my fiance, but he said fiance. And I was about to be like,
Shout out to
there's a story. I'll tell you later what it is.
shout out to my prod guest, Trevor. Hey.
I love Trevor.
What a flop. Like, who gets third in distortion?
For good reasons. For good reasons.
I feel like that wasn't supposed to insult me, but it did.
Oh, this is awkward.
Oh, it insulted me, but you caught a stray. It's true.
I was like, shit. That wasn't aimed at me, but I got shot anyways. It was pretty rude.
That bullet ricocheted off of me right to you.
I was just la 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 la. Ow! What the hell? Why? In the meanwhile, I have the weather forecast up. This is not fun. This weekend's going to be gross. 6 inches or more of snow. Yuck.
Oh,
we're waiting and we're doing shout outs. I said it to the other tribe. I'll say it to you. Shout out to being the first cast of people that I get to be production of in regard to distortion. Y'all are amazing, and to have all stars or second chances as my first time is a very, very happy experience. So thank you.
Love you, Benji.
Earlier, I also shouted out Tyler. I said, shout out to the snowstorm that's coming to Connecticut this weekend because it's the most snow I'm about to see in my life.
Yeah, get ready. I'm glad the first snow you're getting is a absolute. Now it's saying 8 to 12 inches, so that'll be fun.
That's embarrassing for y'all.
Hi, Seb.
Seb, you look beautiful and you're muted.
Thank you. I have the votes. But first, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol with an advantage and they like to play it, it's time to do so. All right, votes are locked. When I read the votes, that person will have just a couple of seconds to say their goodbyes. Leave the Zoom. And do not leave the announcements chat. Thank you. First vote. Timmy. Second vote. Timmy. Third vote. Timmy. Fourth vote. Jonathan. Fifth vote. And the second person voted out of Distortion Survivor, Timeline of Terror, Second Chances is Timmy. Timmy's not here, but if they have any final words, we will send it into your tribe chat. But in the moment, congratulations on making it to the final 19 of Distortion Survivor.